captured by Admiral Zhao, Aang was taken to the Fire Nation's stronghold. There he was chained and kept in a special cell. As night fell, a mysterious masked figure infiltrated the stronghold.
What?
After taking Zuko to safety, Aang returned to his friends and helped them get better. He had begun to wonder if he and Zuko had met under different circumstances. Would they have been friends?
I imagine your nephew began wondering the same thing.
Oh, yes. But Zuko was still a long way from finding peace.
And the Avatar was still a long way from visiting the Northern Water Tribe to learn waterbending from me. But in time, after more adventures and misadventures, they finally arrived.
Finally having resolved their differences, Aang resumed Pakku's waterbending training, with Katara by his side. Suddenly, black snow began to fall. The Fire Nation had arrived to attack the Northern Water Tribe. Despite his best efforts, Aang was nearly overwhelmed by the Fire Nation Navy. They soon entered the city and continued their relentless attack.
Here we go.
No matter what Aang, his friends, or the Water Tribe's warriors did, they could not drive off the Fire Nation. Desperate for help, Aang thought to enter the spirit world to ask for guidance. Yue took him to a place where he could speak to the spirits.
Attention, please.
Aang searched the spirit world for a spirit that could help. The spirits were in the pool before him in the spirit oasis. The spirits of the moon and ocean. However, Admiral Zhao reached them before Aang could, killed the spirit of the moon, and fled. Just when all hope was lost, Aang entered the Avatar state and merged with the spirit of the ocean to battle the Fire Nation. Meanwhile, someone else arrived on the scene, looking for Admiral Zhao.
I don't think so.
You're alive?
You tried to have me killed.
Yes, I did. You're the blue spirit,
an enemy of the Fire Nation. You freed the Avatar.
I had no choice.
You should have accepted your failure. You're a disgrace. Now that you're here, I'll see that I finish the job I started. You can't.
Take my hand!
Aang, along with the spirit of the ocean, saved us all that day. But his victory over the Fire Lord was by no means assured. In a way, his journey had barely begun. However, he now had one of the finest water-bending masters I'd ever known, Katara. And now, it was time to travel to the Earth Kingdom. It was time for Aang to learn earthbending.
Iroh is a traitor, and your brother is a failure. I have a task for you.
Pardon me.
Aang and his friends went to Omashu in search of his old friend Bumi. The Fire Nation had taken the city, and there they encountered the resistance who were attempting to attack the Fire Nation governor's mansion. The governor's daughter, May, almost single-handedly defended against the attack, forcing Aang and the resistance to retreat to their underground hideout. That's when Aang found out, to his shock, that Bumi had surrendered the city. Determined to find and rescue Bumi, Aang convinced the resistance that the best way to help Omashu's citizens was to help them escape the city. The question was, how?
Sokka's plan to fool the Fire Nation into thinking there was a Pentapox outbreak worked, and the citizens were able to flee Omashu. Unfortunately, they had an unexpected stowaway in the governor's infant son. The governor assumed the resistance had kidnapped his son and offered to exchange him for Bumi's freedom. All was going well, until Azula arrived and suggested that she and May oversee the trade. Instead of a trade, this resulted in a battle between Aang and Azula, and some frustrating but wise words from King Bumi.
The Avatar here? Well, this is my lucky day. Huh? Avatar, I am Princess Azula, and you will be my gift to my father, Fire Lord Ozai.